Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at probably one of the most insane and just out there things that I've ever seen take place between two YouTubers before. Now, we've obviously seen many times before where some horrible stuff happens on live stream. I mean, just a few months ago, we covered a situation where there were these three female streamers. They were at like the pier, or they were in some like public carnival kind of area, something like that, right? And this stalker was like chasing them around, harassing them, acting like he was gonna hurt them. Well, in this video, we're gonna be taking a look at something that just unfolded. I believe it was yesterday night in Las Vegas. There was a shooting out front of the Bellagio Hotel fountains in this like really populated, very pedestrian dense area. And it turned out that the entire thing happened between two YouTubers who have apparently had this long-standing feud. It's by far one of the most insane things I've ever seen happen on a live stream. Unfortunately, the person who was streaming to their YouTube channel by the name Finney The Legend and his wife were murdered in this attack here. Now, to give a little backstory on this whole thing, it's kind of tough because these aren't two, at least from what I can tell, these aren't two like massively known YouTubers. It's not like this is Mr. Beast and PewDiePie, but apparently they have been documenting their sides of this beef for over a year now on their individual online presences. And even over just the last few days before this shooting happened, there is some, I'll have to just say is key evidence in this entire case now that was uploaded to the internet. So we're gonna kind of chronologically go through this. I'm just gonna warn you beforehand. I cannot show you the footage of these people being murdered on their live stream. I think it's pretty obvious why I can't do that here on YouTube. This is not live leak. But if you want the uncensored footage, it is unfortunately circulating on places like Twitter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you screenshots of the moment when this all happens. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the key information. Before we even get there, I do want to go ahead and point out that as of me recording this, the killer in question, the YouTuber SinCity-MannyWise, is still at large. The police in Las Vegas and the surrounding area have yet to find the guy. He's apparently been somehow getting away from them as they try to capture him. So the killer is still on the loose here. But the first video I'm going to show you guys here real quick, this is unfortunately footage of the victim here, Finney The Legend, who was murdered in this entire incident just a few days ago, where he is basically calling his future killer suicidal and mentally ill.
Let's get this clear though, y'all, because we all laugh and joke. This is a PR moment. We all laugh and joke, but mental illness is real, and we can clearly see this guy is mentally ill. So one thing about it, that's why I want to put it on y'all too. If he give us another strike and I got 3, y'all know that channel mean everything to him. He don't got no outside friends, nothing. I don't think I could do it in my heart. And I'm saying this on live so he can hear it too. Shout out LDT.
So like I said, this has been a long-standing feud that the two have had. Apparently also somewhat recently, I don't know if it was like yesterday or whatever, right? But this Finney The Legend guy apparently made a 5-hour-long video in which he's like mocking this guy and talking badly about his wife. And he goes on and on about him for 5 hours. And apparently that was just like within the last week or two that video went up. So these two people clearly did not like each other. They clearly had a problem with one another. They're talking shit about each other online. I mean, it's really up until the shooting, it's like most other YouTube beefs, right? Like people talking shit online, people dropping videos talking about one another, albeit a 5-hour-long video mocking somebody and their wife. I mean, that is pretty crazy, right? Like that is definitely quite a bit of, I would say, consistency with your anger on this topic. I mean, usually, you know, YouTubers, they do the whole back and forward uploading thing whenever there's a problem, there's a beef or whatever, they talk about each other, yada yada. I've done it, you know, people have done it about me. It's one of those things that happens on YouTube, right? And I guess these two lived somewhat local to one another, so at this point, it just made everything like 100 times worse. I mean, it's one thing when it's someone from like Connecticut talking shit to a guy from like, I don't know, Delaware, or some guy from like Mexico talking about a dude from Uruguay or something, but when you get to the point where it's like essentially your neighbors, you know, you live a couple neighborhoods away or something, then it becomes becomes much more real. And unfortunately, it became much more real when these two apparently found each other. So for the last day or two, this Manny guy who ended up killing Finney and his wife live on stream has been hunting them down in the fucking streets and uploading the footage to his own YouTube channel.
Jerome, I'm out here searching for my baby. But I went through every casino there is. I heard there's one of my biggest fans here in town. I was dying to see him. Fuel bar tonight? Is that what we're doing? I'll be there. You come to my city and think I'm not gonna show up? You think I'm not gonna show up? I should have been the first one to be told.
So as you can see by that video, you know, he's out riding around the town or whatever, acting like he's looking for this guy. I don't know if in that clip he was dead serious looking for the dude, or if he was just like, you know, basically mentioning it offhandedly, but he obviously was to some degree looking for this guy. Now, unfortunately, yesterday, the two do run into each other. Like I said, it's somewhat local to one another in Vegas, and apparently Finney the Legend and his wife went to the Strip or whatever. They went down by the Bellagio fountains, which, like I said, if you see the footage or even from some of the screenshots I'm about to show you here, it's a very pedestrian heavy area. There's witnesses everywhere. There's people uninvolved with this just walking by, you know, living their life, doing their thing. A lot of them probably on vacation. And Finney and his wife were live streaming, so I'm assuming that the killer obviously saw where they were and decided to show up. Now, he shows up and an altercation kind of unfolds between the two. Now, as you can see from the screenshot that I have right now on the screen, okay, everything is kind of unfolding right here. So you see the black woman standing in front of the guy in the white hat. Now, the black woman is Finney the Legend's wife, and the guy in the white hat is the YouTuber SinCity-MannyWise, and they're kind of, you know, he's chirping at her husband from like a distance or whatever. She's standing in between them trying to like keep the peace or whatever, trying to keep them from fighting or whatnot. As you can see, all around them is nothing but tourists and attractions. Now, from this moment forward, the YouTuber walks around this woman and shoots Finney the Legend multiple times, pretty much at point blank range with a pistol. I mean, we see the whole thing. Like, he literally pulls the pistol out on live stream and just murders this guy in cold blood over their YouTube feud. And I mean, unfortunately, horribly at this point, all Finney the Legend's wife and all these bystanders can do as this guy is murdering the other one is just watch in complete horror. And for this woman, the last few seconds of her life was her watching her husband be viciously murdered by being shot multiple times point blank. So she obviously starts screaming and freaking the fuck out. She grabs the live streaming camera, which is clearly like in frame showing what's going on. And the moment she says like, what the hell or something like that, and picks up the camera, he turns the gun to her and just shoots her multiple times point blank as well. And she falls to the ground. She drops the camera and is obviously, both of them were murdered on camera. I mean, it's literally the most cut and dry case of premeditated murder, two really premeditated murders, I think we've ever seen on camera. I mean, the guy literally for days before this was posting himself, talking about how he was out and about basically trying to hawk these people down so he can fucking kill them. They're beefing over the internet or whatever. They got this online beef situation going on. They've got their wives involved in it, their girlfriends and shit like that involved in the entire situation. I mean, this whole thing was just a complete fucking disaster from the jump. There was no good that was ever gonna come out of this situation. Now, clearly, this went way further than pretty much any other YouTube beef I've ever seen, ever, really. I mean, even like H3H3 and Keemstar were not posted up on each other's block, ready to fucking kill each other over their YouTube squabbles and stuff, right? Like, this is just such an insane and wild turn of events. I mean, trust me, like I said, I've been in some YouTube beefs, you know, there's been a lot of personal things said here and there about people. It's never once really came to mind for me to just like say, fuck it, I'm gonna go get my gun and I'm gonna murder two people over this today. Like, I cannot imagine this shit being deep enough or important enough for two people to be killed. And also too, the beef from my understanding was really between the two men, the Finney the Legend YouTuber and the SinCity-Manny YouTuber here, right? So the fact fact that he then turns and murders the guy's wife, who, I mean, she didn't put her hands on him, she didn't attack him, she didn't have a gun, anything like that. I mean, she's, for all intents and purposes, a bystander to this entire feud. I mean, that is one of the most cowardly and disgusting things I could imagine anybody doing, right? Like, you killed a defenseless man over a fucking YouTube beef, which was already just ridiculous and absurd, and you're going to prison forever for that. I mean, there's no way around that. It's completely on camera. But to then turn and murder a defenseless woman who really did nothing wrong to you, or at the worst, said some mean things about you on the internet, I mean, you're just a fucking loser, you know what I mean? Like, you deserve the absolute worst. And I don't know too much about like Nevada's murder rules or like their death penalty applications or whatever, right? But it is, from my recollection, a pretty Republican state, a pretty conservative state. This guy could very well maybe get the death penalty. I don't know how it works out there, but I do know in a lot of the states you will get the death penalty for this shit. I mean, a complete brazen double homicide in point blank. And also too, not even including that every shot he fired had the potential to ricochet or to miss or something like that. Somebody innocent who didn't even understand what the fuck was going on, who was simply on vacation, could have just been murdered because of a fucking YouTube beef. Like, can you imagine just walking down the street, you're on vacation, you have no idea who these two fucking guys yelling over here are, but next thing you know, one of these guys pulls out a fucking handgun in front of 300 people, probably more cameras than anywhere within a 700-mile radius, and just starts shooting. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck were you thinking anyway? Honestly, there could have been no thinking. I mean, because there's no situation where this guy's not caught. I mean, the entire feud has been documented by both sides online, so he's already suspect number one. He's literally put video of himself online claiming he's like out here looking to hurt these people and shit. He killed these people in front of dozens of witnesses, all these CCTV cameras that all these hotels and attractions and shit like that have. He did it on fucking live stream. I mean, these people literally had a camera pointed directly at him live to the internet, and he pulls out a firearm and just kills these people. I mean, as of right now, he's apparently still at large because the police haven't got their hands on him, but like, this guy is not getting away with this. There's no chance. There is no possible way. I mean, and even if he were to somehow get out of the area, this is now trending on Twitter. There are thousands of people on social media that are reposting the footage. They're showing this guy, his name, where he's at, everything, right? Like, this guy is basically fully caught, like red-handed for what he did. All it is going to take now is the police to finally close in on him and apprehend him. But this situation just makes me think, like, how has YouTube beef evolved to this point? Like, back in the day, man, you just made a couple videos talking shit to one another, you know, you brought up your grievances, whatever problems that you had. Honestly, I don't even know what the two's problem with each other really is, you know? Like, I really don't understand. Could it have been this serious? I mean, I get it, right? You're angry, the guy's talking about your wife online, you're posting 5-hour videos about one another, you're calling each other names on the internet, shit like that, man. I understand, like, it's aggravating, it's very personally involved, things like that. I get that, but you're really gonna throw your entire fucking life away and throw away the lives of two people that you disagree with, and potentially anyone else that you could have harmed, by the way. Innocent people literally just walking by, but you're gonna throw all of this shit away because a guy was talking mean on the internet, a guy said you're mentally ill on the internet. I mean, and also, really, didn't you kind of prove the guy right? I mean, this Finney the Legend guy is on here saying you're mentally ill, you have a problem, you know, and so your response is to go murder him and his wife. So you proved his point. You know what I mean? It's not like he was wrong in any way. You clearly are mentally ill. In fact, you are a danger to society who should never be free again, right? It's just mind-blowing that people are so willing to throw everything away and to ruin people's lives over something so inconsequential. I mean, looking at that video by the murderer, the daytime in the Las Vegas Boulevard video, in one day it had 1,500 views. So I'm gonna assume that these are not people who have like large online followings. So I really don't get like what this was even being played up for. Like, bro, I don't get what they think was gonna happen here. It's just one of those things, man, where it's clearly one of the most extreme cases of anything like this that we've ever really seen, but it just leaves so many questions, even with like all of the evidence out there, with like all of this buildup that's now publicly visible and everything. Why did any of this even have to happen, man? I don't know. All I know is I'm not ever going to be so mad about a fucking YouTube argument or disagreement that I'm going to go murder somebody for it. I've never been to that point. I imagine I will never get to that point. You'd have to literally like kill somebody I know and love or something like that for it to ever get this bad, bro. I mean, there's just literally no world or like timeline, whatever, right, where this was a wise decision, where this was something you're going to get away with. And he probably thinks that right now. He's probably like walking around. He probably thinks he's free. He's like, man, I got out of this one, bro. I'm out. Little does he know, he is now probably internationally known now. You know what I mean? Like I said, this is blowing up on Twitter. Media outlets are starting to cover it. Just not even just local, but like large online news organizations. They're posting the footage and everything. I mean, it's only a matter of time. This guy's going to end up going away forever for it. And honestly, that's exactly what he deserves. All I'm going to say also is I can't imagine, like, you get your first day in prison, right? You walk in after the sentencing or whatever. You're walking past the cells, all of the like, you know, seasoned inmates or whatever, Big Brody and all of the guys over on the cell block, right? They're sitting there watching the new piece come through and they're like, hey, what are you in here for, man? What did you get yourself locked up doing? He's like, well, actually, I was a YouTuber who got into an online beef. And so I decided to slime out 2 innocent people because of it, right? I'm pretty cool, right? And then next thing you know, you're like the Golden Corral buffet of butt fuck in the cell block. They're like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and have to fuck on this nerd, right? I mean, I don't know what you're thinking, bro. All I know is the rest of your life is completely ruined. And now 2 people who really didn't deserve to die are now completely gone. I don't know if they had children. I assume they had family around them in some way, you know, mothers, brothers, sisters, fathers, whatever, that you've now completely ruined their life for a YouTube fucking petty disagreement. I mean, it's really just sad, man. It is very sad where this world has gone, where even the smallest modicum of internet clout can be something that people are willing to murder over. I don't know, bro. But anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, not killing anybody over a YouTube disagreement, and signing out.